Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. It's kind of like a book club video, kind of not. I'm just going to be showing you the massive haul I have just below the camera here of all the books I got recently. So my birthday was a while ago. Well, when you see this it will be a while ago, but for the people who want to know, September 28th, Libra baby. But I am a massive book nerd. I love my books. I'm trying to venture out into other genres, not doing a good job about it, but I'm going to be showing you all of the books I got given from friends and family. So these are all my books here, so I'm going to be talking about them. Some I've already read, some I haven't. As you can see, I am in the middle of reading this one, so we're just going to start from, I'm going to get the one that I've read out the way, and then we'll go through the list. So I made a video about this in our book club series. This is the Critical Role Dunkaza, which is the Cat Prince and Other Zemnian Tales. So it is kind of like a fairy tale-esque storybook with all of your little stories. So there's 3 stories in this book with a beautiful art style, and I wanted to kind of showcase this one because I've already read this one, so you can check out the book video on that one. But this one is really cute, really simple. Do I recommend it? Kind of depending on who you are. If you love your fairy tales, yes. But you know, if you're not wanting fairy tales, then probably not as much. So, but if you're just a Critical Role fan like me who likes to collect books, and this is a good book as well. There's nothing lore related, but it's still quite fun. It kind of brought me back to my childhood a little bit, so kind of got me in touch with the younger me who loves stories, and kind of took me back to where I started reading, which was with fairy tales and knights and adventures. So that's that one there. Put you down gently. Oh, also it's hardcover, which is great, so listen. If you want a more in-depth dive on that one, go check out the other video where we talked about it. This one I've been super excited for. Tusk Love. Also a Critical Role book. I'll get that out the way. So that is the front cover. As you can see, I just started reading this last night. I'm about 53 pages in, which is about 10 chapters. So I'm about just under a quarter of the way through. Really beautiful story. I like how you could be a Critical Role fan and kind of get some of the references that are thrown in, but you could also not be a Critical Role fan, and you know, it still makes sense. Because when I definitely read this as a Critical Role fan, you can see that the 2 characters are very much supposed to be based off of Jester and Ford, but spun into their own fantasy versions, that the kind of stereotyped versions of them, I guess, which I think is really funny. But also I could read these books, or I could read this book and be like, it's still like non-Critical Role related in a lot of aspects. So I'm really enjoying it so far. I haven't obviously finished it, but I will do a video on this once I have. But so far it's been a lot of fun. It's been really easy to read into. So I started it last night. I literally just sat down in a beanbag and then just zoned out so much that my roommate was trying to talk to me. I didn't even hear them. So far, highly recommend. But that's the book I got. Shout out to my parents actually for buying me this one, which is such a random thing for them to buy. So they bought me this one and the other one. So I'll put that one there. The next one, which I'm super excited about, is Thief of the Night by Holly Black. So this book is the second, oh, I should remember this. I think it's the second one in the series. I haven't read this one yet, obviously, so the rest I haven't read, but I'm pretty sure this is third one. No, this is the second one. This is the second one. First one is the Book of Night, sort of thing. Am I doing this right? Yeah, Book of Night. So like the question isn't just how to survive, it's how to protect yourself from the one thing that can never escape, your own shadow. So if anyone knows Holly Black, which I have collected, I think almost every single one of her books by this point, I have read them all. She's your dark fantasy guru. She is amazing at kind of bringing the darker sides of, you know, your fairies and your elves and your mythical creatures that we're so used to being like, la da da, everything is sunshine and rainbows. And she kind of shows that that's not always the case, that there's a darker side to every moon, which you can kind of see illustrated there. I'm super keen for this. I loved the first book. I read through it incredibly quick. So as soon as I heard this was coming out, I was so keen, and I didn't even realize it had come out. And then I saw this and I was like, oh, wait, it came out. My partner Matt bought it for me, and I did some research, and it came out like 3 days before my birthday, I think it was, like 2 to 3 days. And she's so gorgeous. I love the gold foil. I love kind of the smoky background. I'm very intrigued because obviously it's kind of doing the juxtaposition of like night and day, but also like light and darkness. Very keen. Also love a good book smell. Look, new books, old books, all have such a good smell. I don't care. It smells amazing. So I'll put that one there. These two I got from my dear friends and her lovely partner. So we got the Elden Ring and the One Piece book, manga I should say. So this is the Elden Ring one, which is really cool. I didn't even know they made an Elden Ring manga, but that's that one there. It's super sick. It's just like, ooh. So it's super cute, super clean. I really like it. I haven't read it, but it looks like a really fun read. I tried to play Elden Ring and just not the game for me. I love the visuals though, and I love the elements. I love kind of the story and the history behind it, and so it's very intriguing, and so I feel like this is a bit more up my alley, so I'm kind of really glad I got this. Next is the One Piece manga, which has volumes 1, 2 and 3. I'm not a massive fan of One Piece, but my best friend's partner picked these two. Kind of just, he was like, to be honest, I don't know what else you like in manga, so I would just grab this one. And I was like, that's fine, dude, I appreciate it. I've never watched One Piece, so I can't really say, but I like as well on the back of this one, it has a how to make a treasure theater. So it teaches you how to make a little theater, so you can pop that out and then chuck your phone in and then watch One Piece, I assume? I guess so. I don't actually know. Assemble. Sorry, I'm like quickly reading through it. Yeah, so you got like all the different pieces, and then, oh, so it's like a little, that's cool, a little like scroll across. I do actually have some. One punch though. But I think I might definitely give this one to my cousin, who is obsessed, and I mean obsessed with One Piece, to the point probably like an unhealthy amount, but I think he'll find this super cool. Definitely gonna keep the Elden Ring one. Just One Piece is not my alley. It's something that is just too much for me to watch. It's probably a really cool story, it's just nothing that really excites me. But this I'm super keen for. This looks gorgeous, so I'm gonna have to definitely read that and kind of maybe do a whole video talking about that, slash talking about manga that I read. Next, which I'm going to show you all three. So we have, wow, this would be the entire Sarah J Maas trilogy currently of House of Blank. So House of Earth and Blood, House of Sky and Breath, House of Flame and Shadow. These have been on my list to get for ages, and I've just been so behind on books. I've been trying to catch up, but I got all three from a hubby. Ding. So I'm really excited by these. I'm gonna have to read all three, and then I'll probably do them all in one video, so that's gonna take me a very long time. But I've always loved Sarah J Maas books. Again, I think I have all of her books. I have all of a Court of Thorn and Rose series. I have, yeah, Mr. Fury. So I have all of the Throne Glass series. I have now all of the Crescent City series. The only one I don't have is the Court of Thorn and Roses series, which I think I have two. I think I have two of them, and I stopped because I got really bored with them. Which is ironic because that's like the spicy, over the top sexual ones, and I just, maybe I wasn't in the right mind place for it. But super excited to read these. So these are about 900 pages, 800 pages each. So yeah, it's gonna take me an awful minute to get through. but I'm super keen. And once I have a proper library set up, this is gonna look stunning, because I'm so thankful that these are all the same size, because I would have lost it, I think, if they were all different sizes, but they are the same size. And I know it was like almost half the price to get it paperback. As you can see, most of my books were paperback except for the one. I am more than happy to have paperbacks or hardcovers or whatever, as long as they're printed. The only thing that I don't like is when you get one paperback, one hardcover, one paperback in a series. It needs to all be the same. Same cover, same, like, you know, hard or soft. It all needs to be the same. So I'm really glad that these are the same. And this is a gorgeous cover. I love. So we got this one, that one, and this one. So I like the animal theming, very intrigued, very curious. The only thing I kind of don't like though, however, is obviously it's a trilogy, I get that, but why does it have the exact same quote by Telegraph on all three? That just kind of makes it feel a little meh, considering, you know, you've got #1 New York Times bestseller on this one, and then you have #1 best-selling global phenomenon and then New York Times bestseller. Like, there's at least they're slightly different in stickers, but I just wish the quote would have been different. I don't know, even if it was just someone different saying it, I just kind of wish that, but that is okay. Still, overall, super keen to read those. So currently, like I said, I'm reading, where is it? I'm currently reading Tusk, and the next I will be reading Thief of the Night. I'll probably read the Elden Ring manga, and then I will power through the Chunkers, because that's going to take me a while unless I have a break in between where I might grab a different book, because I tend to like reading these books like one at a time. Sometimes I'll have two on the go, just depending on like how I'm feeling with the books, but I am super keen to be reading them all. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Not very often do I get a massive book haul, and I was super stoked. So I'm gonna definitely love, savor, and appreciate every single one of these. Let me know in the comments below, what's a book you got recently? What are we loving? What are we hating? Everything in between. What books should I be reading? And if you've read any of these books, what's your opinion? Do you love them? Do you hate them? If you want more in-depth videos, they are coming out soon and or are already out. Just check the book club playlist. Should be in the little I tab above, but if not, just look at my channel and look for book club playlist. Anyway, love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.